Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So, my name is Nurul Akilah binti Zulhaidi and I am going to talk about our perfume dropship database system. What is a perfume dropship database system? Our database system is an online information storage and order tracking system that allows different kinds of access for admins, agent managers and dropship agents. Through this online system, we offer a much more efficient system that can overcome disadvantages of a manual dropship database system. So, the problem statement for our database system is first, customer privacy. Other agents can easily receive customer details, so this would be a problem. Second, duplication of data. It might be difficult for agents to track customer purchases. And third, website crash would cause some lagging or takes longer time to buffer if accessed by too many agents. The objective for our database system is to ensure only specific agents' ID can access customers' details to protect customers' privacy. Our second objective is to store customers' information such as tracking number, address, phone number, and email address so dropships can be notified and they can also notify their customers about their orders. The third objective is to ensure that dropship can only access the customer's data and would not overlap with data that can only be accessed by agents and admins. Our scopes, which is our functions, is the agents can get more benefits such as they can monitor stock intakes, supply information, dropship agents information and edit customers information. Besides that, agents and dropship agents can track customer orders, and lastly, dropship agents can check customers' order and delivery information. Our target users are admins, agent manager and dropship agents. So, for our DML, which is SQL Data Manipulation Language, for insert statements, our first query is to insert a new row into the table perfume for all columns and enter the data below. So, for the SQL statement is insert into perfume, perfume code, perfume name, perfume scent, perfume type, values, P026, Gingham Love, Fruity and Parfum. So this would be the table after we inserted the information. And the next query is to insert the values below into table customer. And the SQL statement is insert into customer, customer ID, customer name, phone number, address, email, values. So in the bracket you just put the values in from the table, and this is the table result after we inserted the value. So the third query is to insert these values into table orders for every columns. So the SQL statement is insert into orders, order ID, date order, date ship, date arrived, values, the values from the table, and this would be the table result after we inserted the value. So the fourth query for insert is for all the columns in table orders, insert the following values. The SQL statement is insert into orders, order ID, date order, date ship, date arrived, values from the table, and the table result after we inserted value. And the last query for insert statement is insert into table perfume the following values for every column. And the SQL statement is insert into perfume, perfume code, perfume name, perfume scent, perfume type, values, P027, prismatic stars, fruity and parfum. And this is the table result after we inserted the values.
My name is Nurnisa Halia binti Muhammad Nur Fadli. I will presenting about SQL Data Definition Language. For our system, we create a table and each table have primary key and foreign key. For admin table, primary key is admin ID and foreign key is agent ID. For supplier table, primary key is supplier ID and foreign key is agent ID. For agent table, primary key is agent ID and foreign key are drop ID and supplier ID. For dropship table, primary key is drop ID and foreign key is perfume code. Perfume table only have primary key. Primary key is perfume code. For order table, primary key is order ID and foreign key is customer ID. For customer table only have primary key. Primary key is customer ID. For perfume list table, primary key and foreign key sama, iaitu customer ID and perfume code. Let's see how to create table and insert data in Apex. This is SQL for create table. In this SQL, we need to insert primary key, foreign key and data such as admin ID, admin name, phone name and security code. After finish create table, we must insert data into table. For example, insert data into admin. The last one, we need to update foreign key into table. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum, and for the next part, I'm going to explain about update questions that I have made. For the first question, change table suppliers location to unknown. So after updating after using update, so the location of the suppliers will change unknown. So everything from Calvin, Farhan, Nick, Shifa, Johnny and Danya will become unknown. So I use my SQL statement, which is update supplier set location equals to unknown. So the updated data, the location will become unknown. Next question, I have changed the perfume's name of Enchanted Paris, which is P, actually is in all letter, to Enchanted Paris, where P is the capital letter. So the SQL statement will become update perfume set perfume name equals to Enchanted Paris, where perfume name equals to Enchanted Paris, the first part is update perfume to set perfume name Enchanted Paris with the capital letter P, and where perfume name equals to Enchanted Paris, where the P is small, like small letter. So the update version the P will become in capital letter. For the third question, I have changed the perfume type of the Gingham Love and Gucci Floral from perfume to Eau de Toilette, where the SQL statement will become update perfume set perfume type Eau de Toilette, where perfume name equals to Gingham Love or perfume name equals to Gucci Floral, because we have two rows that we need to be updated. Because of that, I need to use or to represent that the two row. So from perfume, it will become Eau de Toilette. For the fourth question, I changed the agent ID of Calvin to A016. So the update version will become update supplier set agent ID A016, which is the one that we wanted to change, where supplier name equals to Calvin. So only one row is being updated. So for the last question, I changed the agent ID for agent name Lee. From A576, I changed it to H606. So the SQL statement will become update agent set agent ID H606. Don't forget this thing. And then where agent name equals to Lee. So only one row is being updated, which is Lee, agent's ID.
Okay, now I will explain for the delete part. From the question 1, delete from perfume list, specify that you want to delete rows from the perfume list table, where perfume code P027 is a condition that filters the rows to be deleted. It checks if the value in the perfume code column is P027. When this statement is executed, all rows in the perfume list table that meet the condition perfume code equal to P027 will be deleted. Okay, now question 2. As you can see, delete from admin specify that you want to delete rows from the admin table where admin equal to Farrell is a condition that filters the rows to be deleted. It checks if the value in the admin name column is Farrell. When this statement is executed, the row in the admin table that meet the condition admin name Farrell will be deleted. For the question 3, which is the same as the question 5, where the only difference where is the order ID on the question 3 is 0211 and the order ID in question 5 which is 0222. That is only the difference that can change the output.
So we have SQL data manipulation language. So I've done the selection and projection operation. I have 5 data queries question for selection and projection, and it consists of relational algebra, SQL statement, and also an output. For the question, it's said that list all perfume type that is outer perfume from table perfume. SQL statement became select star from perfume where perfume type equals to outer perfume. So the relational algebra, it became that the projection symbol, and then in bracket it will show you the selections operation, and perfume type equals to outer perfume, close the bracket, and at which table is it in bracket, which is perfumes. So projection symbol and open bracket, and then selection symbol, then perfume type equals to outer perfume, close bracket, and then open again bracket, and then perfume, and then close bracket, because I wanted to list the perfume type. So the output will become our perfume code, perfume name, perfume scent, and also perfume type, which is the perfume code is P024, where the name is Miss Dior, the scent is animalic, and the perfume type is outer perfume, because that's what we want. For the next one is list all perfume scent from table perfume. For the SQL statement, it will only show you perfume scent because we only want that. So the SQL statement will become select perfume scent from perfume. So because of that, the output will become perfume scent. So there's animalic, fresh and clean, citrus, fruity, and floral. And for the relational algebra, projection, perfume scent, and then in bracket perfume. That's all. For the third one, it's list all the dropship ID, dropship name, and phone number. For the SQL statement, it will become select drop ID, drop name, phone number from dropship. So the output will be listed is drop ID, drop name, and phone number of the dropship table. So for the relational algebra, it became projection, drop ID, drop name, phone number. In the bracket is dropship, because what we wanted is from the table dropship. For the fourth question, it's list customer's name, address that have Selangor in it. So for the SQL statement, it became select customer name, address from customer where address like the open symbol, and then percentage Selangor, and then close it, because we only want the Selangor part in the address. Therefore, it's written as like that. So for the relational algebra, it became projection, customer number, address, and in the bracket, selection equal address like open word, and then percentage Selangor, and then close the bracket, and then from which table. So it's from customer, so that's why we write it as customer. For the fifth question is list supplier ID, supplier name, phone number, and location at Kuala Lumpur. So for the SQL statement, it will become select supplier ID, supplier name, phone number, location from supplier where location like percentage Kuala Lumpur. So they only highlight where is the location of supplier that is in Kuala Lumpur. So the output is supplier ID, supplier name, phone number, and location. So for the supplier ID is 3014, which is Nick, and the phone number, and it's in Kuala Lumpur. And another one is 1021, it's Johnny, the phone number, and it's in Kuala Lumpur. RA for the question 5 is projection, supplier ID, supplier name, a phone number, and also location. And then in brackets, selection symbol, location like percentage Kuala Lumpur, because it's that's the word we need to key in so that we can have the output and close the bracket, and then we take it from supplier table, so there's it in the supplier. So for the next question involves aggregation and grouping operations. So for the first question, it is display the total number of orders from each customer. So for the SQL statement, it will become select customer ID as customer ID, count order ID as total orders from orders grouped by customer ID. So for the output, it will become customer ID and total orders for the customer. So the relational algebra for question number 1, rename R in the bracket customer ID, and then total orders, and then close bracket, and then customer ID, and then the symbol aggregation, count order ID, and then open bracket orders and close the bracket, because we choose it from the table orders. Next question is display the customers who has more than one order and then include their customer ID and total number of orders. So for the SQL statement, it's select customer ID as customer ID, count order ID as total orders from orders grouped by customer ID, having count order in bracket order ID is more than one. So then the output will become that only customer ID and total orders, where customer ID is C113 that have 2 orders, and for C11 also have 2 orders. So it listed the output, the order is more than 1. So because of that, the relational algebra for rename are the customer ID, comma, total orders, and then close bracket and open bracket, the symbol selection, count order ID is more than 1, and then close bracket, and then another open bracket customer ID, and then aggregation symbol, count order ID, and the bracket, open bracket, orders, and then close bracket, and then close another bracket, because we wanted the customer ID in the account orders. For the third one, it's display the type of perfume and total for each type. So for this SQL statement, it's select perfume type as perfume type, and then count perfume code as total from perfume, and then it's grouped by the perfume type. So, and then the output then will become a perfume type, and then the how many total that it's in. So for first it's our fresh, there's have 1, perfume 3, out there perfume 2, out there cologne 1. For the RA, it's rename R, perfume type, and then comma total, perfume type aggregation, count perfume code in the bracket perfume, which is we wanted from the table perfume. For the fourth question, it's find all of the orders that was made in May and display the total number of orders along with the order ID. So the SQL statement is select order ID as order ID, and then count date order as total orders from the table orders, where date order is more than 30th April 2023 and the date order is less than 1st of June 2023, and it's grouped by order ID. So from here, the output then will show you the order ID and total of orders that is being made from 30th of April 2023 till 1st of June 2023. So for the RA is rename symbol or in open bracket order ID total orders, and then order ID. Before that, we have to close the bracket, and then order ID aggregation symbol, then count date order, and then open bracket a selection symbol. Date order is more than 30th April 2023, and the date order is less than 1st June 2023, and then close the bracket, and then open bracket orders, and then close bracket for both the selection and also for the select from the table that we selected. So for the fifth question, it's for orders that arrive after May, display the total number of packages arrived. So for the output, it will only show you the total package that arrived. And so the SQL statement is select count date arrive as in bracket date arrive. Select count in bracket date arrive as total package arrive from orders where date arrive is more than 31st of May 2023. So the output will only count where the package arrived in May. So only 5 package arrived in May. Thank you.
I will explain for the inner and outer join. For question 1, the projection operator is used to specify the attribute to be selected. We want to retrieve the order ID from the order table and the customer name for the customer table. The join operator is used to join the orders and customer table based on the condition customer ID equal to customer.customer ID. The select statement is orders.order ID, customer name, specify the column to be selected from the table. From clause indicate the table to be used for the query which order and customer. The inner join keyword is used to combine the row from the both table based on the specified join condition orders.customer ID equals to customer.customer ID. This question, in the RA expression, projection operator is used to select all the attributes represented by the star in the expression from the customer table. The join operator is used to join the customer and orders table based on the condition customer underscore. The question 3, we want to retrieve the agent ID and agent name and phone number from the agent table. The join operator is used to join the agent and supplier tables based on the condition agent.agent ID equals to supplier.agent ID. The selection operator used to filter the supplier table based on the condition supplier ID 1021. The statement select agent.agent ID, agent name, agent.phone number specify the column to be selected from the agent table. The from clause indicate the table to be used for the query which are agent and supplier. The inner join keyword is used to combine the row from both tables based on the specified join condition agent.agent ID equal to supplier.agent ID. The where clause further filter the rows to include only those where supplier.supplier ID is 1021. Last question of inner and outer join. In RA expression, projection operator is used to select all attributes represented star in the expression from the perfume table. The join operator is used to join the perfume and orders table based on the condition order.customer ID equal to C117. The SQL statement select star specify that all columns should be selected from the perfume table. The from clause indicate the table to be used for the query, which are perfume and orders. The left outer join keyword is used to combine the row from the both table based on the specified join condition perfume.perfume code equal to orders.perfume code. The where clause further filter the rows to include only those where orders.customer ID is C117. I will explain for the nested cross subquery question. For the question 1 is RA expression to select row from the supplier table where the location is either Kedah or Kelantan. The projection operator is used to select the supplier ID, supplier name and location attribute from the resulting row. The select statement, supplier ID, supplier name, location specify that these 3 columns should be selected from the supplier table. The from clause indicate the table to be used for the query which is supplier. The where clause filter the row to include only those where location is either Kedah or Kelantan. For the question 2 nested, the selection operator is used in RA expression to select row from the perfume table where the perfume type is either eau de parfum or parfum. The projection operator is used to select the perfume code, perfume name and perfume type attribute from the resulting row. The SQL statement select perfume code, perfume name, perfume type specify that these 3 columns should be selected from the perfume table. The from clauses indicate the table to be used for the query which is perfume. The where clauses filter the rows to include only those where the perfume type is either eau de perfume or parfum. The order by clause is used to order the result set by the perfume type is ascending order. For the last question, the selection operator is used in the RA expression to select row from the order table where the date order is equal to date ship. Example, the date of order is the same as a date ship. The projection operator is used to select the order ID, date order, and date ship attribute from the resulting row. The SQL statement select order ID, date order, date ship specify that these three columns should be selected from the orders table. The from clauses indicate the table to be used for the query, which is orders. The where clauses filter the rows to include only those where the date order is equal to the date ship.